Most spiritual encounters happen quietly. One person, one moment, one private brush with the unknown. But sometimes when the world fractures, when death sweeps across the field, like a storm with no mercy, the veil thins. Not just for one witness, for hundreds, an entire battalion, families, villages, and survivors who later swear that something stepped into their moment of terror and stood with them. Tonight, we explore the mass visions, events seen not by one person, but by many. We begin with the most famous of all, the Angel of Mons. I'm Candy, and this is Half Haunted Chronicles. Shared apparitions are among the most unsettling phenomena in historical records. They appear in wartime diaries, hospital wards, mining disaster reports, shipwreck testimonies, pilgrimage accounts, natural catastrophes, and rare group near death experiences. These are not individuals having similar dreams. These are groups. These are groups, people separated by distance, fear, injury, and perspective, describing the same presence in the same moment, and the most consistent reports come from places where death was expected. One witness doubted, hundreds cannot. These are the moments when the veil thinned for everyone at once. The Angels of Mons, when death stopped advancing grounding. August 1914, World War I, British troops retreating from Mons, Belgium, exhausted, outnumbered, and facing near certain destruction. Amid smoke and chaos, soldiers reported something impossible. A luminous presence appeared between them and the advancing enemy. Descriptions varied: a towering figure of light, angelic forms, even a line of ghostly archers, but the core elements matched: radiance, a boundary, and overwhelming calm. German forces halted. The British retreat succeeded. A battle that should have ended in annihilation did not. Later, interviewers revealed independent soldiers describing the same vision. It felt like death was back, and we were not alone on that field. Whether literal or psychological, the event altered morale, changed the course of the retreat, and entered history as one of the most debated mass apparitions ever recorded. The miners who followed the light. That same year, 25 Welsh miners were trapped underground after underground collapse. Darkness, crushing pressure, oxygen fading. Multiple men reported a radiant figure moving through the tunnels, not blinding, but steady. The presence calmed panic and guided them toward breathable air. Every survivor described the same figure. One miner later said, "It wasn't an angel. It was someone who knew the darkness." The woman on the water. In 1918, SS Warramoo began to sink. Survivors struggled in open water, disoriented, freezing, exhausted. Several witnesses reported seeing a tall, luminous woman standing on the surface of the sea, not floating, standing. She raised an arm, gesturing toward drifting life rafts. Those who followed were rescued sooner. Independent testimonies matched: posture, light, and silence. She vanished. The sea closed around the place where she had stood. The light in the hospital corridors across multiple wars, World War II, Vietnam, Iraq. Nurses recorded something unusual. Moments before a patient's death, a warm light appeared in a doorway or hallway. Not everyone saw it, but many did. Patients who noticed the light often passed calmly moments later. One nurse wrote, "It wasn't death entering, it was someone arriving." Shared near-death experiences crossing together. In rare accidents, car crashes, lightning strikes, mountain falls, multiple people nearly die at once. Some report leaving their bodies together. They describe seeing each other outside themselves, hearing the same voices, moving toward the same light, encountering the same presence, and being told together to return. One hiker said, "We were gone at the same time, and we met there." Near-death experiencers suggest the crossing is not always solitary. This episode sits between history and haunting. Mass visions are hard to dismiss. Too many witnesses, too much agreement, too little to gain, and in moments of collective danger, war, collapse, disaster, People report the veil thinning for everyone at once. Maybe trauma opens perception. Maybe consciousness converges near death. Maybe something steps forward when the world is breaking. Or maybe there's always something present, waiting. In our darkest moments, we finally see it together. Tonight, we explored mass visions, moments when entire groups witnessed the impossible at the same time. Next, we move into something quieter and deeply personal. Accounts from around the world of ancestors appearing in moments of death, and not as ghosts, but as guides. Until then, stay curious and always stay haunted.